Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today's a bit of difference in that we've got a mini digger in instead of a motorbike, and today we're going to be testing out a mini welder, 100 amps, and we're going to be welding on some fingers, a little grab handle onto the end of this mini digger. So I'll show you this little machine that we just bought. So this is a little welder. It's a Weldmate made by SIP Industries, and it's a 100 amp one. And there's little settings and stuff on it. So I've got it maxed out at the moment because we're going to use it for some pretty thick steel. I think we're looking at welding something like 5mm. I don't know if it can do it or not, but we'll certainly have a go. So that's it. It's tiny and it's gasless. So let's have a go and see if it can weld these fingers on this Kubota mini digger that we've just got in. Oh, by the way, price wise, £120 thereabouts, 118 or 19, and it was bought from Halfords. So we'll have a go at this. So we've prepped all this little bracket, so we've V'd it all in as deep as we can down both sides and underneath as well. We've got the earth clamp on, and these are the back fingers, or the thumb, some call them, and then it's a little grab that the hydraulic on this side moves up and down. So we're going to have a go at welding that. Well, looks like it's got it. I'm going to put a couple more tacks at bottom. But yeah, I'm quite impressed. Seems to be penetrating. But we'll only know when we try and pick something up, I suppose, when it drops off. I hope not, but it looks like it's a nice weld, to be fair. Right, we're going to go for another couple of tacks lower down. So about half, 3/4 of the way down, halfway down on both sides. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll remove all this rear finger attachment, and then I'll go for a full seam weld down both sides, top and bottom as well. Yeah, it's doing pretty well for an 100 amp welder, that. I think it helps that I've V'd it all in as well on the steel, and now we've got a bit of heat in this metal. Once we take all this attachment, this spindle that goes through there, we'll be able to get fully around it then. I'll come back when I've done that. Right, now I'm going to go for a full seam weld. Right, so I'm going to do probably 2-3 passes on it because it's only a small welder, build up that weld. So that's why I V'd it all in so I can build it all back. Now this has got a lot of heat in, which will really help it. Heat coming off of that. Right, I'll do this inside one if I can. Comes with this little handy little wire brush just to get all the contaminants off. It won't last forever, but obviously you can buy wire brushes anywhere. So yeah, you can see it's not done too bad for a little welder, that. I think it'll grab it. Right, I'm going to start on this side now. I think what happens on these is because all the contaminants and stuff are being kept all around itself, it does get clogged up. So we might have to give that a clean in a second. Going again. I'm just going to do the tops. We've got the end glowing. few splats. What to be expected though. So we'll give it a clean off and we'll come back to that. As you can see, we've cleaned it off a little bit, and it's not pulled in as much as a bigger welder would have done, like that weld there, but it's certainly penetrated and welded it pretty strong. So yeah, it's quite a good welder for 100 amps, with the gasless wire as well. I mean, it just saves you a fortune, and on doing little jobs like this, it's absolutely ideal. I think we'll need a new tip by the time I've done with it, but you know, it's welded it, and I'm quite happy with it, to be fair. Let's take a look at the other side. There again, there's a few splats here and there. Needs a bit of clean up, like all the little welding splatter, but you can't expect any more, seeing as it's a gasless welder. The only thing you can expect is that it's actually a good welder. Pretty impressed. £120 I think, for something that can do this. You just can't go wrong. Just keep replacing tips and wire and off you go. I mean, who's going to weld anything thicker than this? If you're doing motorcycles, obviously this isn't one, but I digress. This is what we had in at the time, and we had the new little welder in, so I just thought I'd do a little clip and show you how it works, or how it performs. I think if you're buying a welder, you probably know how one works. So yeah, got all the way down inside there and all the other sides. Like I said, we had to V this this metal in to actually penetrate deep into it, but I feel like we've got it. I suppose the test is when it picks something up with these fingers. So we might be showing you that in a bit. So what you get in the pack? You get the welder itself, which is a Weldmate SIP 100 MIG welder. You get a set of instructions. You get this nice little plug-in earth clamp there, which is pretty strong, better than most for a budget little welder. Get your 13 amp plug so it can plug into any socket. You get your little wire brush, and I think there's another, if I can pull the end off. Is they on the end? No, maybe not. I don't know what that is. Maybe knocking the slag off when it's got too much. You get Knights of the Round Table welding mask, which is garbage to be honest, but it's good for practicing, and if you're new to welding, but you're better with a light reactive one. And then you get the, if you can reach it, oh, there we go, get the lance, which has quite a nice feel to it. You know, probably one of the better budget ones that I've seen, and the end of this was absolutely caked up with all the slag by the time I'd finished doing that little bit of welding, and it's literally just cleaned up instantly. Everything's fine. See, I'll show you the tip if I can get the end off. There we go, tip's still fine. Let me shove that back on. There we go, and you get a little hook as well to hang it on something so you can walk past and burn your face on it. There you go. Right, what about the other side? And as you can see by a shoe in front of it, it's not much bigger than my foot. In fact, I think my foot is the same size as it, so it's about a foot across, a foot deep, half foot wide, little fan on the back, on off switch. In the front we had it maxed out, full power, but you can turn it down. It says 16 volt, 17 volt, 18 volt, 19 volt. I think the wire speed is automatic, so more power, the faster the wire speed, I assume. But I'm not sure, excuse me. Inside, you've got the spool, little spool there. Could take a 3/4 size one maybe, a little bit bigger. And then you've got all the other gubbins, the motor, and as you do on all of them, tighten down, you know, your little roller and stuff there. So yeah, comes on and off with that. Nothing much else to see in there, and oops, there we go, and it weighs nothing, absolutely nothing. I don't know how long it'll last, but very good so far. Right, I think we're going to have a go with this mini digger and see if we can grab something. I've just painted it actually as well, where I did the welding, so I'll go back to that. Right, we're here. Let's have a go at grabbing something. I think that's a good job done. Amazing. And as you can see, we'll put a little bit of paint on where we've done the welding. So that's another client well happy with this little mini digger. So I hope you like that. Something a bit different, a little bit different to motorbikes. But yeah, just showing you the little welder that we've purchased and this little grab that we've put on the mini digger. So I think we'll leave it there. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.